AFCON title. The Teranga Lions of Senegal look like defending their title. The AFCON is here with all 52 matches delivered in stunning HD on Star Time. It's an incredible new year. Upgrade to the Star Times Mega Bouquet for only 180 Ghana cedis.
Star Times. Enjoy digital life.
Illegal mining continues to destroy our lands and waters.
We are getting some cases of young people whereby they come with difficulty in breathing and cough. We find that they have extensive damage to their lungs. They tend to be people who come from communities that are involved in illegal mining.
From January 12th, we continue the fight against illegal mining in our communities. It's the Poisoned for Gold Community Tour. Join Erastus Asare Donko as we engage the people of Samreboy about the dangers of illegal mining. The Poisoned for Gold Community Tour is part of the USAGM Media Project on Nature Crimes in Ghana, supported by the U.S. Department of State Bureau of Oceans and International Environment and Scientific Affairs, Office of Conservation and Water. The tour is in collaboration with the Multimedia Group. Media partners: Joy News, Adum TV, Joy FM, Love FM, Inshira FM, Ahobrasia FM, Tricky FM, Asuna FM, Royal FM, Velvet Beam Radio, Max FM, Green Gold Radio and TV.
I think that's the best radio station name
Tricky
I've heard
FM.
in a while. Tricky FM. Love it. How
Hey, good morning, Kujo. How are you?
I'm
Happy
all right.
Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
The week is at an end. Freedom Jacob Caesar.
Freedom Jacob Caesar.
Yeah. Would you vote for him as president?
That question. I don't know. I've not really paid attention to him too, so maybe I should pay attention to his messages and then I can make a decision.
Well, today is a good day to start because he will be here.
Oh,
Yes,
interesting.
Yes. We can ask him all the things on our minds and hearts.
Exactly.
Yes. This year we've seen this election. We've already seen a few independent names popping up, right? There was, of course, Alan Chermanting, who broke away from the NPP. Dr. Sam Ankra, I believe his name is, who also this would be his first time at
And there's some Bediako name making the rounds.
that is Freedom Jacob Caesar.
Oh yeah.
Same person, Nana Kwame Bediako. Yes,
AK.
Cheddar, aka Freedom Jacob Caesar. Yes, he also wants to be president. So I guess today is a good day to find out. Well, why? First of all, it seems a thankless job if you ask me. But yeah, why? Why does he want to be president? And what exactly does he think he can do different that nobody else has done before? What is it that makes him the salvation that he advertises himself to be? Yeah. Today is a good day. We'll see what we can learn. And of course, learning begins with the news at 6 a.m. brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. And now, of course, learning can continue with the Joy Business Report brought to us by Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushion you for life. And Africa World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, businesses forecast low sales for the first quarter of this year due to high taxes. Also, business strategist and lawyer David Ofosu-Dorte warns current tax levels and interest rates could collapse some enterprises and hurt the economy. Plus, African Center for Retirement Research describes 15% increase in monthly payment for pensioners as woefully inadequate. And later, we'll bring you the Business Journal. We'll take a look at production of footwear in the current economic environment. Stay with us. My name is Daryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us this morning. Hello to our friends listening on KTU Radio in Koforidua. The Association of Ghana Industries is predicting low sales in the first quarter of this year due to the numerous taxes being implemented by government this year. AGI is concerned the increase in taxes will affect the purchasing power of consumers, which could negatively impact on income of businesses. Speaking to Joy Business, Chief Executive Sir Chuma Kwabwa said it is important to reduce inflation and interest rates to encourage the growth of businesses.
I've visited a lot of companies, not just in Accra, but in Takoradi, in Tema, in Kumasi, and the complaints were basically the same, that sales have not done well. And I think it's partly because purchasing power this year has not been that good for people. With the deep and fast depreciation of the CD and the inflation being so high, people's disposable income became very low, and therefore ability to spend was affected. And that has an effect on industries who are turning out goods for sale in the market. So definitely, when you have such a situation, sales are affected. And for industry, they are driven by sales. Everything they do dwells on sales. If you make good sales, you can always quickly invest. If it's short-term investment you have to do, you quickly do it and catch up and meet the market demands. But if the sales are bad, it affects every other thing.
Chief Executive of the Association of Ghana Industries said Chuma Kwabwa there. Meantime, business strategist and lawyer David Ofosu-Dortey is warning that current tax levels and high interest rates could collapse some enterprises and hurt the economy. This is coming at a time that government is working to roll out new set of taxes in the coming days. Mr. Ofosu-Dortey noted that government must review its tax policy going forward. He has been speaking on PM Express Business Edition.
In 2023, that was just last year, from January to as of November, I think, pensioners had lost 42% of their purchasing power as measured by the annual average inflation. Now, you compare 31% being lost against a fixed rate of 19%. Now they have lost 42% and we are giving them a fixed rate of just, 10%. It simply tells you that something is not right somewhere.
There are a lot of manufacturers who are no more manufacturing and importing and selling. Yeah. I don't want to mention names, but we've had less and less people going into manufacturing because they realize that manufacturing is very expensive. We've just added carbon tax. That's going to affect manufacturing, especially if you are using hydrocarbons as a source of fuel. So it's going to increase their cost even more. Now, in the manufacturing sector, it stifles them to the point that it's become difficult to expand and to manufacture. In the services sector, it drives more people to go into services, and as services become more expensive, you realize that the services sector cannot expand. But if you notice, services sector is also not expanding. So if they are continuously contracting because of taxes, then you are not actually increasing the size of your GDP. Now, when you have a situation where the big guys, the manufacturing companies, etc., are contracting, and then the small companies are not expanding, you have a situation where the economy will actually start beginning to see negative growth.
Business strategist and lawyer David Ofosu-Dortey speaking on PM Express Business Edition. You can catch a repeat of that conversation this morning at 11 on the Joy News channel. Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority has indicated that some of the 5 new tax amendment taxes may have taken effect from the 1st of January this year. This is despite the promise of completing public education before implementation. Reverend Dr. Amishadai Osuamwa is Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority.
So, normally we have to look at the various taxes that are involved. In some of them, if the effective date could still start from the time of assent, because it depends upon the nature or the way of the collection. But in some of them, it will become difficult for you to start from that date of the assent. So it all depends on the individual taxes. But by next week, you could be able to come out and let the public know exactly.
And that regulation will tell us on when the takeoff and all the various tax pipe and everything?
Yes, we will do that. So that is how we are going to manage it.
Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Reverend Dr. Amishadai Osuamwa. In other news, the Africa Center for Retirement Research has described the 15% increase in monthly pension payments as woefully inadequate. According to its Chief Executive Director, Abdallah Mashoud, pensioners lost purchasing power of 42% in 2023, and therefore it's going to affect living conditions. Speaking to Joy Business, Mr. Mashoud said pensioners are going through hardship because of low pension payments.
In 2023, that was just last year, from January to as of November, I think, pensioners had lost 42% of their purchasing power as measured by the annual average inflation. Now, you compare 31% being lost against a fixed rate of 19%. Now they have lost 42%, and we are giving them a fixed rate of just, 10%. It simply tells you that something is not right somewhere.
In essence, I just want to know, in essence, you believe that this rate could have gone up further?
If they could have done better, I believe the fixed rate of 10% is highly inadequate and is going to subject pensioners to a lot of hardship in 2023. They won't be able to compete very well in the pricing market.
Abdallah Mashoud, Executive Director of the African Center for Retirement Research. You're listening to the Joy Business Report. Next, our business journal. Today, we want to take a look at some producers of made in Ghana goods and how they're losing profit as a result of the hike in the cost of raw materials and increase in the cost of labor. Shoemakers are among producers and traders in various commercial areas in the country complaining about the current economic situation. Nana Wache Dankwaya don't put a spotlight on footwear production in Kumasi for our business journal.
Alaji is a hard-working shoemaker who has been doing this for about 8 years now. According to him, 2,000 cedis, which used to be a starting capital some time ago, is now something very less to begin with. He says customers have also reduced the number of shoes they could purchase.
With me, man, maybe a 20 man, but any pan flower. No, we saw say, that's a kind of one now, see any mean to you. It's a baby 20, so I think. It's a one Obama, no, so I don't
get bias because all of them are complaining of the price.
33-year-old Bayo Andrews has been in the business for about 11 years now. The piece of shoe Bayo could produce weekly has been affected by the price increase in raw material.
Na first year ton 130 1.3 is 130 cities. But within this year shoot it to 2.5.
We used to buy these materials at 130 cities. Currently we are buying them at 250 cities.
Now would be a
Speaking to Mr. Joseph, who has also been into the shoemaking business for about 10 years now. A piece of shoe produced used to be sold at 30 cedis and 35 cedis up until September this year. Currently, a pair of shoe is being sold at 45 cedis.
I had to sack my apprentices because I could not bear the cost of production anymore.
10 cities now toso leather you say leather you say no book from my intimate leather.
Safo Hayford, a distributor of shoes produced by Alaji, is from Mampontein. He says he is unable to buy shoes in several pieces for distribution due to the high prices coupled with increase in fuel prices.
And this for these shoes for 45 cedis, 50 cedis. I contacted the man who does it. He told me it's now selling for 70 Ghana, of which I am coming to buy so that I go and sell it to other people. And I'm coming here to buy it for 70 Ghana cedis. How much am I going to sell it to? Those my customers. So things are getting out of hand. So we will plead to the government to do something about our economy.
And that's our business journal today. Before we go, let's check the markets for you. Beginning with the commodity market, crude oil has increased to $78 a barrel. Gold went up by almost $6 to open trading at $2,034 an ounce. Cocoa selling at $4,274 a ton after going up by $68. On the currency market, the dollar going for 12 cedis 25 pesos. That's on the retail market. The pound going for 15 cedis 33 pesos. The euro going for 13 cedis 30 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Kwao, handing you back to the best performing Super Morning Show host.
No reshuffle. No reshuffle.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, yesterday we didn't complete the exercise.
Oh yeah, and I caught the brutal verdict on the finance minister.
Yes. You realize that
Raymond and Nick from Winston.
Not a lot of people agree with you.
Yeah, not a fan of the finance minister.
Yes. Well. But I mean, you made your point about his resilience.
And we have to make the point to forgive people of their past.